Summer is falling upon us now, and the land calls. Forest-covered hills, deep winding canyons with their roaring streams. You want to get out and be a part of it. The road stretches out invitingly, the wide paved highway opening vista after vista on each turn, or a narrow backcountry road where you can really get the feel of the land. Here you are away from the rush of the freeways, the trucks, but on a road of leisure and pleasure. One such trip could take us north of Denver towards Long's Peak in Rocky Mountain National Park. Here, you get away from the car for a while and out on the trails, for most of the park is unspoiled by roads and civilization and left in its natural state. This may be a little rough on the uninitiated, but the end result is well worth the effort. Yes, this area is full of majesty. 14,000-foot mountains, miles upon miles of scenery at a glance. But not all the beauty is in large size. The road beckons on to further sights and vistas. It takes us further west to Colorado National Monument. Here it climbs up to the rim of a canyon of sorts for a better look. As you can see, we are away from the mountains in an unusual area of sandstone and limestone. This formation is known as the Coke Ovens. In the distance, Grand Valley, near the town of Grand Junction. This one, standing by itself, is aptly named Independence Monument. Our road takes us south along the western edge of the state to one of the deepest and steepest canyons in the west, the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. They say that fishing is marvelous down there. The only additional equipment needed is a parachute. The road itself now becomes the object of our attention, for we are at Ouray, Colorado, the northern terminus of the famed $1 Million Highway. Here is a road well deserving of its name, for it is a masterpiece of engineering, much of it being carved right out of solid rock in the canyon side. The views here are tremendous, as exemplified by this of Ribbon Falls. We are being taken through the gold and silver mining country of southwest Colorado, which in its day saw millions of dollars dug out of the earth. Now, most of the mines are abandoned relics of history. The richness here is now in the scenery. Again, the small, the dainty, adds its own beauty for the eyes, this time in the form of the Colorado columbine, growing near timberline along the $1 Million Highway. There are several stories of how this road, U.S. Highway 550, came by its name $1 Million Highway. One is that it cost that much to build it. At today's cost, that would be a modest figure. Another is that after it was constructed, gold and silver were discovered in its gravel. It didn't do much good though, as the State Highway Department said hands off. They didn't want any prospectors digging up their highways. Another was that it contained some $1 million worth of scenery. But who can put a monetary value on views like this? Who slept here? I did. One of the big boom towns of the area was La Plata, some miles west of Durango. Once a teeming city of several thousand, it now sports a few old sturdy cabins like this and some summer cottages. There's still some gold in them hills, but it is the gold of these flowers growing in such profusion and the gold of such magnificent scenery as this of the La Plata Mountains. The road takes us east again, crossing the Continental Divide at Wolf Creek Pass. Further east and north, we come upon a typical stock town of Salida, at the upper end of the Arkansas River Valley. Here is the home for cattle and sheep ranchers, as well as a headquarters for outdoor sportsmen of all activities, hunting and fishing being exceptional in the area. Sheep and cattle both thrive here. What a backdrop to satisfy the strong Rocky Mountain appetite.